Continuing with our business insurance series, let's talk about something that could cause your business to lose a contract before you even start the job. I've seen business owners do everything right. They line up the crew, submit the bid, and win the work. Then, all of a sudden, you're stopped cold from starting any work because you couldn't provide one simple document. That document is called a certificate of insurance, COI for short. And here's the problem. Most business owners don't understand what it is, how it works, or why it matters until it costs them money. Stay with me until the end because I'm going to break this down in plain English by explaining how to avoid delays, lost deals, and unnecessary risk. So let's get started. Now that we've set the stage, let's talk about what a certificate of insurance actually is. A certificate of insurance, aka COI, is a one-page document that proves your business has an active insurance policy with the proper coverage in place. It's not exclusively about the policy itself, but is a snapshot that shows your business name, the insurance company, the types of coverage you carry, your policy limits, and the effective and expiration dates. Think of it like a business insurance ID card. It tells your clients, vendors, and partners that you're covered and ready to work. Now that you know what it is, let's talk about why it's required. Most contracts, job sites, and vendor agreements require a certificate of insurance before you can begin work. Why? Because the other party wants proof that you have insurance in place that will protect them, i.e. the vendor, etc., if something goes wrong. For example, a property manager wants proof you have general liability before stepping on site. A city contract requires $1 million, $2 million of liability limits before any public housing work. An event organizer needs proof of coverage before approving your booth in case someone is hurt due to your negligence within your area of operation. This ties directly into business compliance and contract requirements. If you don't have a COI ready, you may not even qualify for the job in the first place. Now, let's talk about something that causes delays all the time: incorrect certificates. A COI isn't just about having insurance. It has to be accurate. Here's what needs to match exactly. Business name must match your legal or DBA name. Address, coverage limits required by the contract. Certificate holder information. Sometimes clients will also request additional insured status, waiver of subrogation wording, specific endorsements, and primary and non-contributory language. But here's something else many business owners don't realize. It's not just about having insurance. You also need the proper coverage for the specific job being performed. For example, a contractor may carry general liability but be missing workers' compensation coverage. A trucking company may have liability coverage, but no cargo insurance. A consultant may have general liability, but no professional liability coverage. A business using vehicles for work may not have commercial auto coverage listed. A subcontractor may not meet the required liability limits for a commercial project. And here's the important part. The certificate of insurance immediately exposes those coverage gaps. So even though a business technically has insurance, they still may not qualify for the work because the coverage does not satisfy the contract requirements. This is why reviewing insurance requirements before signing a contract matters. Now let's clear up another misunderstanding. A certificate of insurance can show multiple policies on a single page. An insurance agent can combine different policies together, even if the policy numbers, insurance companies, coverage types, and effective dates are completely different. For example, one COI may show general liability, workers' compensation, commercial auto, umbrella liability, cargo coverage, and all on the same certificate. This allows the certificate holder to quickly verify your full insurance setup in one document instead of reviewing multiple forms separately. If this information is wrong, or if required coverage is missing altogether, it can delay your job, delay payment, void a contract requirement, or stop the project before it even starts. Let me give you a real-world situation. I worked with a contractor who landed a solid commercial job. Everything was lined up until the property manager requested a certificate of insurance with additional insured status listed. He had insurance, but not the correct setup. We had to update the policy, add the endorsement, and reissue the certificate. That delay pushed his project start back almost a week. Now here's the flip side. Another client, same type of work, had everything structured correctly from day one. When the request came in, we issued the COI the same day. No delays, no stress. Job started on time. That's the difference between being reactive and being prepared. Now let's talk about where business owners get tripped up. Here are the most common mistakes I see. Number one, waiting until the last minute to request a COI. Some insurance companies require the carrier itself to issue the COI, which can take a day or two. Number two, assuming your agent can always issue a COI immediately. In some situations, the agent may need carrier approval before sending the certificate, or the agent or staff may not be readily available to immediately issue the COI. Number three, not understanding contract insurance requirements. The contract may require specific coverages, endorsements, or liability limits before work can begin. Number four, having limits that are too low for the job. Some commercial projects require higher liability limits like 1 million, 2 million, or umbrella coverage. Number 5, not adding additional insured endorsements when required. Some jobs require the hiring company to be listed for extra protection under your policy. And lastly, number 6, assuming any insurance will work. Having insurance does not mean you have the correct coverage for the work being performed. Remember, your insurance has to match the job you're doing. This is why I always say general liability is your foundation, but it has to be structured correctly for your business operations. So what should you do moving forward? Here's a simple checklist. Review your current business insurance coverage. Know your standard liability limits, typically $1 million, $2 million. Keep your COIs updated and ready to send. And lastly, don't wait until contract time to fix coverage gaps. When your insurance is set up correctly, requesting a certificate of insurance should take minutes, not days. And that speed can be the difference between winning and losing business. A certificate of insurance might look like a simple piece of paper, but it carries a lot of weight. It represents credibility. It represents protection. And in many cases, it determines whether you get the job or not. If you're serious about growing your business, this is something you need to get right. And once it's set up correctly, everything else becomes easier. Now, if this content was helpful, place a thumbs up in the comment section. This really helps with engagement and assists with pushing out this video to others. Also, word of mouth is good too. So please share this content with someone who may benefit from this topic. Then check out my video library. I have information on home, auto, business, specialty insurance, and retirement. With all this being said, subscribe to my channel and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. But don't stop here. Check out my next video on your left for more insurance and financial tips. And as I like to say, call Jay today.